In this episode of the Brawn Body Podcast, I'm joined by Marian Barbu. You might also know him as Wheels Fit. That's his Instagram handle. And we're going to be discussing his personal journey. So, Marian's a very interesting individual. He was diagnosed with Osteogenesis Imperfecta, which is a rare disease of the bones impacting his skeletal system. You'll hear he talks about how he broke almost every bone in his entire body at some point. So you might have heard the expression glass bones before. That kind of describes him. But you'll quickly find out that doesn't hold him back from anything. He's part of the Team Canada Junior Paralympic swim team. And he's also a insane calisthenics athlete. I mean, this kid is doing stuff that I can only dream of at this point. I'm nowhere close to keeping up with him. So he's a really awesome guy. You're going to love his story. Use what he's sharing to inspire yourself, inspire others, and just be a bigger person and have a bigger impact on the world, because he's doing an amazing job overcoming the odds. And if he can do it, you can do it too. This episode and all of our episodes are brought to you by CTM Band, the massage gun from Renfo that I recommend to all of my clients and patients and friends and family, and of course, Anchor. You're about to hear from them right now. All right, Marian, welcome to the show, man. Excited to have you here.
Happy to be here, and thank you for the invitation.
So you've got quite an interesting backstory, man. So can you tell us a little bit about kind of your history here from Paralympic, osteogenesis imperfecta, and everything else that you've kind of gone through and overcome?
Yeah, so first things first, my name is Marian Barbu. I'm 18 years old, and I'm from Montreal, Canada, originally from Romania in Europe, Bucharest. I was born with Osteogenesis Imperfecta. For people that don't know, this is a big problem, a pretty rare problem that we don't see every day, but it affects my bones. It makes my bones pretty much very fragile. Um, if I slip on the wrong side or in a bad position, I can easily break a bone and all that stuff. And that's pretty much what happened throughout my life. I broke my back, my legs, my even my neck, my collarbone, everything, pretty much everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for some reason, being, as you said, fragile doesn't really seem to deter you, right? And I feel like that's something that's kind of rare for someone with that diagnosis is they probably hear all these things and they probably get afraid, right? Like, oh my gosh, I can't do anything now. But that hasn't really stopped you, has it?
Yeah, no, never. Yeah, I was like that when I was younger. I was scared to, I couldn't run. I couldn't do anything that people around me, kids around me did. Play soccer, run, play football. That these impact sports that put a lot of pressure on your body.
Right.
So I was pretty limited. But then I found about swimming. First time I did it just for to improve my medical condition, because it's a non-impact sport.
Yep.
So my parents were pretty happy. I finally found something that I can do, a sport that can actually help me. And yeah, since then I ran with it. I ran
Yeah,
with it pretty high.
for sure, man. And the other piece that's interesting to this story too is you're originally from Europe and now you moved over to North America. What was it like going from literally one continent to the next? How did that go?
Well, in Romania, it's not the most developed country, so they don't have all the equipment and all the knowledge on my diagnosis and on Paralympic swimming, in Paralympic in general.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we decided in 2010 to move here, and to create a better life, a better future for me and for my family.
Yep.
And yeah, since I came, the first 3 days I went into a swimming pool, and there was a coach there that actually saw me swim, and he said, "Are you a Paralympic swimmer? Because you swim really, really good for your age." I was like 12 back then,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, you know what? I'll contact a friend of mine that's a Paralympic coach, and maybe we can get you on the team. And that's how I pretty much got into the Paralympic system and all that
Right.
stuff.
So that's where it started.
Yeah,
And now you've just kind of taken off with it. You're
yeah,
on Team Canada Junior. You're competing
yeah.
at a pretty high level. And you're probably better at swimming than some of the rest of us who don't have OI or anything else.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in it. My friends always tell me, I think I can beat you, and I say, you know what, let's get in the pool, and we'll see about that. We'll see who's going to win at the end. But yeah, I'm pretty confident in myself that I
Yeah,
can beat the normal people. Yeah,
as you should be, because you've overcome a lot. Like you've
yeah,
clearly worked very hard. You've overcome a lot. And there's a lot of people out there who are in comparable situations to you or situations that are nowhere near as bad, right? You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
someone gets diagnosed with like, type 2 diabetes, a reversible metabolic condition, and they think, oh my gosh, this is it. And then they downward spiral. And next thing you know, they got obesity, they got cardiovascular disease, and so on, so
yeah.
on. We're seeing a lot of that right now. So, what advice, insight would you offer to someone who is starting to feel like they're losing grasp of their health, as someone who really grabbed the bull by the horns and really steered things in your own direction? You overcame things.
I'd say what I did, every time when I was getting injured or I was in hospital for weeks, months with broken bones, I always had to reset from zero. I had to take 4 months to recover from all that stuff. And but I was there to the point of giving up on everything, and I was saying, why me, why me? But then I started to think about it. There are people worse than me in
Mm-hmm.
this world. When people that are uh, stuck in a wheelchair for life with they're paralyzed and they can't even move, and I have the opportunity to actually move, and I can change something about my life. Why not do it? Why not accept everything, even if it's bad, everything that comes my way? Just accept it and get over it, become stronger, learn from it. And yeah, this was pretty much what pushed me through. I always wanted to be as close to normal people as possible. This that was pretty much my motivation. Now I'm just, now my motivation is to uh, show people that there are no really excuses. Nobody has excuses to not work out, not get in shape, not eat. Everything is, it's a mental war. you
Yeah,
know Body, you can change your body in months with workout and nutritional that stuff, but mentally, the mental war, nobody can help you with that. You have to solve these issues yourself. That's how I overcome my insecurities and all that stuff with my diagnosis.
for sure. You're already reminding me a lot of David Goggins. I don't know if you know
Yeah,
who that
yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
You're already
yeah, yeah.
sounding a lot like him here. Is he someone you look up to? Do you have any other like motivating factors or idols or anyone you look up to? Or
uh I'm gonna be honest. I have people that I admire,
yep.
but the only person I look up to is me.
Yeah.
Because I'm I'm always thinking, I have my life. Nobody can live my life.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody experience what I experience.
Yep.
So I can't really look up to anybody else but me. I can't look up to anybody else of their progression but me, because I've seen my progression. I know where I come from, of how down I was some years ago in hospitals and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, when I'm feeling down and not motivated, I think about my past,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what pushes me to go for it. Even if I'm tired, even if I'm injured, I'll say, I'll still push for it. I'll still go for it, whatever.
Exactly. You look at how far you've come, and I like that too. You're on your own journey. You're going where there hasn't been a path before. I've never
Exactly.
met someone with your diagnosis that's doing what you do, and you're blazing a trail ahead, and you're showing people, look, this is possible. This is something that can be done. It
Yeah.
exists. You can do it. I can do it. You can do it. But I like a lot how it's not a full self-made mindset, but it's there. it's like, look, at the end of the day, I can't rely on anyone else. I think that's the one thing people are noticing now. You can't trust or rely on anyone else to constantly provide for you. You have to be able to do it
Exactly.
yourself. Um, and I see behind you too, you got some car posters there. I feel
Yeah.
like you've got some big dreams here for the future here too. That's
Yeah,
fun.
some dream cars, for sure, the McLarens and all that stuff, Jaguars and all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, hey man, the way you're going about things and with the mental attitude you've got, I've got no doubt that you'll have a garage full of them someday.
I'm sure of it. I'm confident that I'm I'm gonna be big someday, with my capabilities and what I've achieved until now. I know I can achieve 100 times more than I already did. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Any last advice you'd want to share with everyone who's listening? Any kind of insight or motivational tips or anything like that?
Um, no, you should always compare yourself only to yourself. Don't compare yourself to anybody else but yourself. Look at what you did in the past and how far you came. Even if it's small progress, that's still progress you've made. You're still better than you were, let's say last week or last month. So that's what I did throughout my life, and that's what everybody should do. Look what you did to be here right now, and try to do better than you were yesterday. Be better than you were last week. Don't compare don't compare yourself to anybody else, because they had their own path, they had their own journey, and you have yours at the end of the day.
Right. And in your case, you went from wheelchair to literally swimming and insane calisthenics athlete. So again, like we said before, you can do it. You're showing
Yeah,
people it's possible. They can do it too, right?
of course.
That's what I like to tell people, that they say they're burning out. And it's like, well, you got two strong legs, you got two arms, everything works like it should. What's your excuse?
Exactly. Why not work hard and prove everybody wrong, and first things first, prove yourself wrong, that you never thought you're gonna be where you're at right now. That's how I was back then. I never imagined I would be where I'm at right now, doing Instagram, motivating people, doing presentations and all that stuff, doing all the as you may have seen, my planche push-ups and all the V-sits and all that hard stuff. I never thought I'm going to do. I'll be able to do these kind of things.
Right, for sure. So, with that, Marian, thank you so much for joining us on our little Motivation Mindset Monday episode here. For those listening, make sure you tune in on Wednesday, because on Wednesday we're diving into more about the Team Canada swimming, Marian's calisthenics background and his calisthenics workouts, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about his Instagram page and things that you can take away from his physical fitness journey. So if you haven't already, make sure you go follow at Wheels Fit on Instagram. That's Marian's Instagram. That's Wheel, WHELZ, Fit, FIT. And if you have a problem finding that, just shoot me a message at Brawn Body and I'll be happy to help you find that. Marian, thanks again for your time, man. Always a pleasure.
Thanks for being here, and I hope everybody will see my message and learn from it.